Hey, unknowns! Thanks for picking WordPress Ascending. We're the unknowns. Joining with me, Russ R. Russell here, is
Wizard Eye, what's up?
bigdogok is still sleeping.
Tony Lay.
Mute man.
and we're all here to have a nice conversation.
I thought you were going to say someone else. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, so I guess let's talk about
The meaning of life.
yeah, sure.
So
I hated that movie.
No. I mean, what do you guys think what life is all about? Like, what do you think what you guys live for? For me, I think
Okay, you gotta hit
the meaning... Oh, man, you guys still doing the phone thing?
Man, what you talking about? Oh, wait, I feel something.
Feel something. Oh
Crap.
there must be magic in the air.
No, that was... Do I do it here?
I was thinking something else, but
there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you
I
really
don't
just
know. Tell you the truth, talking about the meaning of life sometimes scary.
Yo, uncle.
was charging.
Has to have the charger there, right?
I'm sorry, folks.
Totally trying to charge his phone. He's too cheap to buy a new one.
Yeah, that's true.
It did it?
I am very cheap to buy a new one. Still,
Did it work?
no.
It says it can do it. That's why my phone.
It was doing it, man.
Yeah, it was, and your uncle called
Man,
you.
Uncle ruined everything, just like everything else, man. I just had a good time, and he want to call it the bad time.
You're probably gonna kill my phone trying to watch
Oh, man, you see this guy, man,
I'm trying to be
always
helpful.
somewhere, always
I
messing
hope you
things
got
up.
phone insurance.
I need a lot of insurance. Life insurance.
You see life. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, bigdogok, you were gonna say something?
You know what I'm saying? Talking about the meaning of life sometimes
Turn
scares
it
me.
on.
They're still talking about the phone.
The circle of life. Yay.
That is kind of the circle of life right there. Either your phone lives or it dies by if you charge it or not.
Right, phone. If you don't listen to what I say, you will die on the spot. I didn't mean that. I need you to live.
Yeah, how you gonna know if you won your bet or not?
Yeah, right?
If your phone dies.
Yeah, right?
Oh crap, he's
Or if you
right.
smash your phone, how you gonna know?
Or how we make deliveries from DoorDash.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, delivery door. That's the least of worries. The bets is what I'm worried about.
Really? How about if your boss called you saying you gotta come in early or something?
Oh, I don't care about that. Come in early. Wait, is this working right now? Because I don't see the sign.
I heard it go beep.
Yeah, but I don't see the damn charging thing.
If you're on a thing that does either remove your case or stop watching your betting.
Hold on, let me see here. If I do this, what is going on?
I think we wasted like 5 minutes on the phones.
Trying to
What are you
figure
talking
out
about, man?
How to share
Might as well
power.
go all live.
Mine's was the one that tried to make friends, but the gimmick never went through.
Well, it looked like...
Actually, if I was you, try to, put, exactly line up the backs of the phone. That's probably what's...
Well, it says to do it like at that angle.
Sometimes they're wrong. Depends on Tony's phone, how old it is. No, the other way.
The other way.
It's Dude.
They look like they're making out.
I did not consent for my phone to do this.
Oh no!
They're making love to each other.
Oh, I don't want to turn my phone on and off. It might go down to 5. Okay.
All right, we'll try the other way. Here, you just don't
Oh,
watch
yeah.
your phone for a minute.
Oh man, I didn't expect this broadcast to start out with the phone.
Okay,
I know.
yes, technical difficulties of another kind.
Technical difficulties.
It's always the phones.
Yeah, right?
Oh, it's never the right phone.
For the longest time, I didn't even had a phone. And I never even wanted a phone. But Mom forced us,
For us.
She forced
Chucked
me.
it on. I was trying to-
Yeah, she forced you. I have a phone since like 10th grade in high school.
10th.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
I have one
wait and
since
see.
middle school.
I believe you.
I haven't had it since university.
I had it
My
since.
first phone was, I think, in 2003.
And by the way, you had it since university? You said you haven't. And you too, Tony. You say you haven't.
I still can't go the fact my uncle ruined a good moment with my phone.
I think we spent too much time on these phones.
No, I ain't talking about my phone right now. I'm talking about my uncle. Oh, every time I had a good time, he comes in and ruined the moment. Every time.
So, Tony, what was that you were speaking? It sounded like Japanese, Chinese,
Mandarin?
Vietnamese.
Okay.
Vietnamese?
Yeah. So, surprise on Vietnamese guys. Just in case you didn't know.
Not really. I mean, you can have family that, talks Vietnamese and Japanese. You never know. It depends what they want to talk.
Maybe this phone wants to talk Vietnamese. You want me to talk Vietnamese?
My phone doesn't.
Probably
No,
was banned in one of those places.
holy crap! Now I forgot how to speak Vietnamese. Now since I just said you want me to speak in Vietnamese.
I think we broke him.
Holy crap! I don't know how to speak Vietnamese now.
Oh no! It's like me, don't know how to speak Espanol.
Really, I think my shock today was you don't know how to read Spanish.
Well, I mean, speaking and reading
can't.
it's
They're two different
Yeah,
things.
but I'm pretty sure your parents, probably spoke to you more Spanish than anything.
yeah.
My parent mostly spoke English to me, so
Yeah. Same.
I figure a Spanish family will, teach their kids how to read and write Spanish too.
Man, our parents never taught us anything. They were lousy parents when we were younger. They didn't even taught us life. And Mama admits, I saw Escuela was gonna teach you these things.
Damn, you just expose your family like that?
Confirm this.
Wow. I hope they don't listen to this podcast, Ross. I mean, what's
Yeah,
his name?
Russell.
You about to say Wizard Eye.
Yeah, Russell. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
where's that eye? You got a question on this?
You about to put Wizard Eye under the bus.
Well,
Yeah, Russell would have cared.
well, I could just confirm that they didn't give us the talk of the bees and the flowers. If that's the word.
So how you know it? Videos?
No, from school.
Actually, it's the birds and bees.
Huh?
Birds and bees.
Birds and bees. There you go.
And people used to make fun of me not knowing these stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they tricked me to saying words that I didn't even knew.
But that's a good thing because you at least innocent.
Yeah, maybe too innocent.
I don't know.
That's a
I
detriment
mean,
sometimes.
I rather be too innocent than learn about the birds and the bee at a really young age.
And
No.
heck, even when we were
Stop
20,
looking
they treat us like children, like, oh, you're too young to look at these stuff. But I
not
know
the
for a
same.
fact that these
not the
stuff, they say 17 plus.
Mine was the first one they started.
Like- I'm like 18 at the time.
You have to realize parents are always going to be overprotective, and I mean, with the way they were raised, they're going off the way they were raised. So it's a different time.
Yeah. Well,
some of
I was
them,
gonna
I'd
say
say
this. I was gonna say this. I remember I have a science professor that said, even so she's like 60, her mom still like give her like, do you brush your hair? Do you did this and that? I mean, that's just human, by the way. One of the few animals that still look after their young. Probably only two, but it's still I think it was like birds. But besides that, yeah, they will forever take look after their kids, even if they're like really old. And it's understandable. I mean, our parents really, I wouldn't call them lousy parents. I will just say that to be honest, they kind of more like spoil us, like with a lot of video games and stuff. But but I know what you mean, bro. Like the phone.
I didn't say nothing.
watch it down.
I was
That's
trying to do
what
sign
I'm doing.
language, man. I was trying to be.
I'm just laughing at the part like where he said a lot of video games. I'm sorry, but this is way past a lot.
This is I'm gonna open my own store.
I was gonna say a museum, but story's good too.
I mean, Amazon let you make your own store. Ooh.
No, but seriously.
Not advertising.
No, but seriously, like, I feel like one of the things that school failed to do, well, at least when I was in school, was to teach us like what life is about. Like, because like nobody really taught me like what do I really wanted to do when I grow up. It was like I should have figured it out on my own as I went to school, or they never really told us like how like government might be, or like what's the true purpose of voting? You know what I mean, guys? Like,
It depends on the school you went to, actually.
I mean,
my middle school, we used to do voting, and they taught us what's the purpose of voting, but it depends if you went to those white neighborhood schools or the Camden schools.
yeah, that's a good point.
I went to a white neighborhood school. We had voting day. We went over why we vote, what's the purpose, and everything like that.
No, but the meaning of life, I would just say, it ultimately, I guess one would have to self-discover it. I mean, I know a lot of people don't even ever discover it, because people don't. Not people. What I meant to say, some individual will hopefully figure that out and get their life together, but that never happens. You know what I mean? Because I felt like I'm one of those people that I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but not really. You know?
And usually about perspective too. I mean, a lot of things is usually about perspective. I mean, one can view as having a 9-to-5 life job and having an American dream. They're content with it.
Yeah, I know the American dream. Yeah,
And they're okay with that, and that's their purpose of life. That's cool with them. Me, it's not that. So it's really, it just depends person to person. What your definition of life to life is very subjective to one's point of view. Honestly,
I remember this one streamer once mentioned that one should always strive to not be the best of oneself, but be the best along. I guess you're like along. One should strive to be the elite. Along people.
I would say the best example of life I ever saw was on YouTube.
What do you mean?
It was a teacher. He got a glass jar. He got golf balls, rocks, sand, water, and he's going over life. And he's explaining as he fills up the jar. And he said, "You think it's full?" Because he poured golf balls in it. Then he poured some more stuff. He said, "You still think it's full?" And as he kept pouring and pouring more stuff, which I thought the thing was full already, but it all fit somehow, he went over each visual item as objects in your life. And it was a good example.
You can almost never fulfill everything in your life. It always finds
It's not
space
that.
in
It
your-
was more like prioritizing what's important. Like the golf balls were family, which are the big objects.
Yeah.
The sand is like little, nitpick things in here. Water could be your job or something. It was like kind of to balance out life somehow.
Yeah.
It was a good video. I gotta send that to you. It was a good one.
I remember somebody said that one goal is to start a family, and thinks that if somebody doesn't have a family before 40, they think there's something wrong with them. And I was like, in my head, I was like, well, I don't want to start a family. You know what I mean? I know Tone here doesn't want to start neither.
yeah, I don't like kids at all.
Yeah, and I was like, but does that makes us be weird? I don't think
Breaking
so.
stereotypes, baby. That's what we do, one by one.
I
Stop
actually
playing.
think it's the opposite. Like, I don't want to start a family, but as you get older, like, I really had someone to spend my life with.
Yeah. Some people want someone to be with.
And then sometimes you also get, like, at that point where it's like, I want someone to spend life with, but, I mean, if we end up having children, I wouldn't mind, but then as you get older, like, you start to feel like, so the older I get, we end up with children, how am I going to be by the time my kids, are a certain age? Then you start really thinking and overthinking stuff.
So you think John Cena's a failure then and weird? Because he's 45. I don't think he has kids at all.
I don't think he wants kids. He loves kids, but he doesn't.
Actually, John Cena never wanted kids.
Yeah.
Nikki actually left him because she wanted to be a mom.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to realize, John Cena, he never thought he'll be a good dad. So, that's one of the main reasons why he didn't want to have kids either.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be a good dad either. I mean, honestly, I'm terrible of telling people, like, what to do. Because I can't see myself telling my son, like, don't eat that or don't do that. I mean, I can see me doing it to my pets. I mean, I love my pets, but it's just saying it to another human, being, not I guess you could say, like, person with a conscience or, like, like a spirit to spirit. I just don't like telling people, like, hey, don't eat that, or, like, don't eat your vegetables. I mean, go eat your vegetables. I just don't like doing that. And yes, that may make me expose myself as a terrible leader, maybe in a way. But it's just, I just don't like that that feeling. And it's probably one of the reasons why I don't like being supervisor too, is because it's just an ugly feeling when they get mad at you, and I always feel guilty from that. You know what I mean?
I guess so.
I always thought it's alright to feel guilty. It's just, for me, it's more like, if I don't feel like I have enough to support to have a child, then why should I have one if I know I'm not going to have enough money to make sure they have everything they need?
That they'll be good in life.
That's always my example of why I don't want kids, or I just don't want kids because I really don't like kids. I mean, I might change one day, but then I always look at, do I have enough money? Because I know a child's expensive.
Yeah, they can be. And, it's just, it could be either just being expensive, or could be just where you're living at's not the best for kids.
It's both, because you gotta realize you gotta get a stroller, you gotta get this, you gotta get that. Unless you have a good family to support you at that, it's like, if you're doing it just, you and the lady you had a child with, it's like whatever you bring in now, you have to realize you're gonna need even more to support a child. Diapers each month is like what? Maybe $50 now a box for $48.
Wow.
A stroller, even used, is at least $50 to $100. Depends on if you get lucky.
That's crazy.
Then you also gotta buy formula, which is I think a formula is like maybe $20 or more. Depends on what brand you get and which ones they have in stock. Then you need baby wipes. Baby wipes, unless you get them from the dollar store, you go to the store. They're $5 for like maybe even up for like maybe 100 wipes.
Man, imagine having someone with 10 kids. That'd be broke.
And this is just, I don't have kids, but I know these numbers because when I go shopping, I look at these all the time. I look at prices of everything.
Yeah, because you're trying to make sure you're getting the most out of your money.
I'm trying to get the most out of my money. I'm going down the aisle. I see the seasoning. I go to Sam's. I'm looking at the seasoning, and on the other side, they got the diapers, so I notice the prices as I'm walking by and the sizes they are.
Mm-hmm.
You notice certain prices when you see like $50 or $75 for like 40 diapers. It's like, you notice that as you walking down. Even though you don't have a kid, you notice if they put a piece of steak and they put $100 for like 5 ounces, you notice that.
So Russ, you want a kid? I think you're the only one out of us want a kid. So.
Absolutely, I'm seeing somebody in another country.
You want to tell us, or you want to keep that private?
Well, I'm just going to keep for a small minimum to say that I'm working on a long-distance relationship, and things are going well.
So explain more about the kid part. Like, have you always wanted a kid?
Yes, always.
How
Since
come?
what age?
Yeah.
Well, since I was young.
Is it pretty normal for like anyone to ever think they want a kid?
Oh yeah, a lot of people want kids. Yeah, like to have like life after them, someone can take care of over them.
Yeah.
Or someone they can leave behind that they left some kind of impression to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But sometimes I don't like when some YouTubers, because I remember that one YouTuber, think that's weird. That if you're old and not have kids, something might be wrong with you. It just always, I don't want to say crawl my skin. I mean, I could care less, but it kind of make me feel like that can't be right? Am I,
I mean, for some, like we were just saying earlier, it's just either where you're at's not a good place for kids to like be raising kids in, or just you're not financially stable to support yourself. So why are you going to bring another person into your life that essentially depends on you to be financially stable?
Yeah, I remember that argument. Me and my
Not
sister.
also financially stable. I hate to interrupt, but you also got to think mentally stable too.
Yeah.
Because I remember I told my sis that I don't think somebody should bring a child to the world if they can't support themselves. And then she argued, why not? And I'm like, because she was like, most successful people have parents that struggle, and these children. She actually gave me statistics. I don't remember the back of my head, but she gave me that most successful people grew up with like, what's the word you once said, Tone? Like a life to overcome. Like,
I say something smart. Holy crap!
you said something about you don't want a easy life. You want a life that overcome.
Don't wish for easy life. Wish for a hard life you overcome. It builds character and builds like other building blocks too.
Because I think she said something about like children also tend to learn mistakes from, adults that they don't want to be or something like that.
And before you say anything else, yeah, this is one of the big reasons why when I was younger, I wanted to be a father, a way better father. It's because some the neglect Papa does. You know the phone.
Well, look. He works all the time. He doesn't.
Exposing the family. Okay, Russell. Okay, I see you here.
No, I defend him a little bit. Yeah, he works all the time. He really didn't have any time to spend time with us. I know he never went to any of our cross country games or anything like that, but he retired super early. You know what I mean?
That's actually true. Like late 50s is actually early in today's day and age. Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember a storyline. What was it from wrestling?
It was Chavo, not Chavo. Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio one.
No, I think it was. Was it Ted DiBiase Senior? Was Ted DiBiase Jr.?
Yeah, I think you were referring to that.
Yeah, where he hated his father for missing his baseball games and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he was like being so mean. I get that because you don't get to spend time. You want to spend time with your parents, but they're always like busy. Yeah.
If you mind, I'll jump in a little. The thing with most fathers is that the problem they have is essentially sacrifice.
Yeah, because
every father will always have to sacrifice, and it's mostly just to try to make sure their kid's able to have somewhat of a better life. Should they make it super easy? No, but at least try to teach y'all some life lessons that y'all may need down the road.
Yeah, my father had 2 jobs when we were growing up because we were twins. So it was literally the most expensive thing in the world. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I was a little bit not ungrateful, but more not ungrateful. What's the word again? Because I get all these free stuff, and never did I thought that where all that money is coming from. You know what I mean? Not free stuff. My dad brought all the things. And I guess you could say maybe I should...
feel like you took it for granted?
Yeah, granted, yeah. And I remember my mom always told me that, that I should enjoy what I got. But sometimes I get a little bit...
You felt that you didn't need to listen?
No, listen, I always wanted more. You know what I mean? Look at my game collection.
I think the word you're looking for, you wanted to be spoiled.
Spoiled, yeah.
At least you guys had a dad.
So true.
Yeah,
At least I have a dad.
Yeah, I actually didn't have a dad. I think that was the best thing that happened.
I didn't have a dad either.
Why would you, Tom? Why would you feel that? I know you told me it before, but would you like to explain it?
Well, a lot of dads, they give you certain teachings, and most people come after their dads. Not come after their dads. They usually grab onto their dad's teachings, and that's how to mold them as a person. For me, what molded me wasn't my dad or my mother or anything. It was mostly through anime, and I think that was better actually because now I feel like I'm more open-minded. For example, if my dog was a porn star, I won't neglect her. I will try to understand. Actually, I don't want to go to the subject. Whoa, let me just use another example. Whoa,
I'm gonna have to censor that.
PG.
No, I quite understand that. I know most parents won't be happy if their
daughter's in the adult business.
The adult business, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I try to be objective on all point of views, and plus, I'm not perfect myself either. So if I was a parent, I would try to. If I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. Just like anything else. So I don't think I'd be a good father, but I think I'd be a fair one. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like if it's I'm planning pregnancies, well, of course be mad, but that's life.
Oh, and one thing too, since you point that out, abortion, so many abortion comes from mothers who don't want to be mothers again, is that a valid reason for that?
There's more to it, but
Yeah, but I'm just specifically saying, that reason.
yeah, that's pretty good because I mean I seen some mothers that don't want to be mothers again, and 100% they needed to abort. I'm sorry, I seen how their kids came out. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Pedro, you mentioned you didn't grow up with a father. How was that like for you?
It was.
Would you say somewhat hard? Would you say?
It was violent.
Mm.
I grew up in Camden, so my experience with mom it was pleasant. She worked jobs. She was fair. But the things she did to make sure I had what I needed weren't always pretty.
Mm.
Life is never always pretty. Some people just try to gloss over it. But
yeah, but the things I've seen, it's not pretty. So I mean, I appreciate what she did for me, but I mean, I saw the struggle. I saw what it was like. I mean, I had some people saying I'm gonna end up just like her, but that's them assuming I was gonna follow in her footsteps. I saw what she went through, the struggle, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
And that's the thing. A lot of parents, when you see a lot of parents like try to coddle their kids, it's essentially them not wanting them to have a hard time.
I mean, my mom.
And the problem with that is that leads them to not having life lessons that made them who they were. Their kids now don't have any of that. I mean, yes, is it bad? Yes, you never want your kid to go through that. I can give you a good
example. My mom got arrested for doing something illegal.
Yeah. The
judge said, "I don't want her son in here." My mom looked at the judge, "No, you're going to do it in front of my kid." And the judge asked her why. She said, "Because if you don't show my child what I did was wrong, in a few years, you're going to be sending my child, and it's going to be standing in front of you, and you'll be sending him for doing the same thing."
Wow, that sounds deep.
And the judge looked at her and said, "You know what, you're right. Because you're showing your son there's consequences in this life."
Yeah, for your actions.
So he's like, "You know what, you can sit there as long as you want to hold him until you go to jail."
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm pretty much lucky that my parents never did anything like, because they're good people, but
I would say you guys got lucky because you got two parents. I mean, when it's one parent, it's harder.
Yeah.
I also had a time where I had one parent.
Yeah, and you know how it is. It's hard for one parent.
I had my father.
It's hard to keep food on the table. It's hard to make sure you got enough, money coming in.
And that time, I literally barely saw my father. He was essentially working night shifts. So essentially, I would maybe get a glance of him, and he's off to work.
Actually,
and he would come home while I'm sleeping.
Actually, that's how it was.
School.
That's how it was. My father, night and afternoon.
But the only person who was there was my sister. My mom, she was in federal for what she did. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they show us to build character. Take responsibility for stuff we did.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is, how Ed is what could agree with this. When you have like a one parent household, it's hard to get food, hard to keep food on the table, and then if you have child support too, that's even harder for a parent who has to raise one kid.
But my dad was essentially trying to raise two, and one of them technically wasn't his.
Yeah, I know Florida child support, they take up to like 50% of your working check. So, for my mom, it was hard because, she'll get paid and then, if a child support found out she was working, they'll take up 50% of her money. Which is, if she makes $500 for the, 2 weeks she works, she's only getting paid like $250.
Do you agree with the statement? Bad parenting is a two-way street. You either could grow up being just like them, or you will grow up being better than them.
I actually can't agree with that.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I got literally, my cousins essentially can almost go into that category.
Which one?
My sister. Well, technically, my sister's cousin. Well, she's still my cousin, but it's literally that both their fathers were related. So, and both the moms are related. So, they're practically sisters. And but she essentially became I guess a therapist, essentially. And the household she was in was kind of a little more rougher. I guess the only reason she got through a lot of it was because she had my mom around at that time to kind of mentor her a bit more.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
had more of a stable family with us than with her mother. So
Yeah.
which she's still around, but she may have committed, like her mom, my cousin's mom, may have committed something in the past that almost led to her untimely death.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I basically made the same mistake as my dad when I was a security guard, where it was like literally overtime. I mean, like I know, bro. You were barely upset at me for barely showing up at home when it was like, you know, you promised me we're gonna do this, or promised me we're gonna go to this place, and I'm like, I'm sorry, bro, but the job, you know, like they want me, and there's no other guards that could do this, or I had to stay because somebody called out, or I can't leave this job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know how pissed off you were, including like the rest of the family sometime when it came to like weddings or like, you know, parties. And I feel really bad, but I could literally see myself, even if it wasn't a security job, like if I have a kid, I could definitely see making the same mistake like my dad did, you know, like barely home. Because, man, let me tell you, I felt like I was literally living at my job. Like it wasn't even funny sometimes.
Not only that, they put you paid down to minimum wage after that. I think any sane person would just like leave that job. I get like people don't want to leave their job with no job, but like I would start looking right away after that.
Yeah, that was also one of my mistakes. I shouldn't have left when that was like.
While you were still getting the income, it was best to look. Just
Minimum
see
wage,
what
they
you
put them
got.
back to minimum wage though. Like you didn't go to ShopRite.
Yeah.
And had the same pay.
And hey, dude, I
Possibly
got a
best hours.
I got a job that I love, but before that, I had a job as a salesman. I didn't like it, and I left after a week.
Yeah, you tell them, man. You tell them.
Yeah, you know, you leave before things get rough.
Well, yeah, but it's just that I don't want to be that guy that be like quitting jobs. You know what I mean? Like, this guy have a history of like quitting jobs.
That's your first job.
Yeah, but it's also depending the length of time you were there.
Yeah, I mean, you was there about almost 3 years at that point.
But if you were essentially going back to back almost every month job hopping,
Yeah.
that's probably when they would have questioned you. Like, hey, he's only been there like maybe a month, 2 months.
There's also the people that do enough job work to get unemployment and then leave.
That too.
But the thing is also is when they cut my pay, I was like what 4 or 5 months in that job because I was like supervisor.
It wasn't that worth it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, yeah, I wanted to step down as supervisor because I just don't like that feeling. And then they yell at me for all the people that did, you know, other guards that they did wrong. Like, I know, I get it. They, you know, it ultimately comes down to my leadership. But like, it's like I can't babysit everyone, seriously. And it was like, okay, fine. I just want to step down. And they promised me they wouldn't take my pay down, but they ultimately did. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the problem was you never asked for it, like in writing or anything.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the problem
You
too.
took their word at it, which you best never take their word at it. They're just gonna stab you in the back. That's office politics.
I always
Yeah,
watch
no,
a
it's
YouTube channel where he goes over like, you know, job things you should do. Like, if you want a raise, don't say, "Hey, boss, I think I deserve a raise." You know, ask for it in a way where it's saying, "Hey, I've been here for a while. I think I deserve a little bit more. Can you guys invest in me?" You know, a way to ask for a
you
raise
feel
without
like,
making them
you
giving
know,
you a number.
It's just the thing is nobody teach me these life lessons. Not my parents, not school.
But I mean, your dad had probably the same job for how many years?
He had many different jobs. He was like, dishwasher, chef,
But
janitorial.
let's not forget, Papa had a janitor company.
Yeah, and also that too. Yeah.
Remember-
Do y'all know how to cook?
A
No.
little bit for me. I do know how to cook.
You have a literal chef in your house, and y'all don't know how to cook.
No.
Yeah, my
He
dad
literally
cooks.
can teach
Oh,
you like
yeah.
these kind of life lesson skills. That, you know, if y'all decide to ever
I think the
I
problem
did.
is he never asked, probably.
Yeah.
I
I think your dad's more of that guy. If you don't ask him, he'll never tell you anything.
But I asked.
He can have the elixir of life and be like, unless you don't ask for it.
No.
No.
I don't know. It's a little. I'm kind of interested on that whole situation.
Oh, oh yeah, my brother. He was gonna say he did ask, and you know what they say?
Nope.
Nope. You know that's not his job. Like laundry. Nope. We take care of it.
Well, I was preferring our company. I asked Papa for advice because he had a company, and we came from a family of business.
Mm-hmm.
Like our aunt, uncle had business.
Yeah. I remember that. The
Yeah.
restaurant business they have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But still, I asked Papa for advice on how to properly run a business, and he told me not to run a business.
That is the best advice.
I mean, in a way, you are. That's essentially your second wife, or your first wife, however you want to look at it, because you're almost married to the hip to your business.
Yeah.
Like early stages of them, they can either live or die by whatever you're doing. Like early on, it's later on where you can almost like sit back on them because they're already established and they're, you've got essentially competent. Let me rephrase: competent workers. For you, and maybe a manager who's potentially good.
I mean, the best advice he gave you was not to start a business, if you ask me. I mean, because, starting a business, he did a landscaping business. Your cousins did a restaurant business. You're doing something he never done before. So, I mean, he can't really give you an advice on something he has no experience on.
That too.
Because the game has changed. I mean, doing a YouTube channel... Even if you ask me about game design, I could tell you about the game design business, but my thing will be, don't go into it.
Because it's saturated, or is it just because...
It's expensive. For me to work on a game a month, you know how much they usually get paid?
I don't know.
On a team? About $10,000 a month.
Oh, okay.
That's the max they'll pay someone, about 10. Between 8 and 10 a month. And that's just for them to work on the game for a month.
So
A game build would sometimes takes almost 9 to a year. So if you have 5 people work on the game, paying them $10,000 a month, that's $50,000 each month. Times that by at least 10.
So how do you feel about working with my brother on that game?
It's fun. It gives me something to do.
Mm-hmm. But would you consider it like him being your boss, or just?
No. If
it's
if
more
it's
just
the
a
point where it's an
hobby.
actual job, I'll have to start asking for pay.
And then don't worry, Big Dog. Okay, I definitely when we make money,
I ain't worried about money. I just need something sometimes to fill my day.
Yeah.
Like there's times where I work on the game and I'll look for ways to fix it, or try to make sure that all the bugs that are there are taken out before we find new bugs, and we already done. I mean, it's a trial and error. When there's one person, it takes longer. When there's 5 people, it's fast. Mm-hmm. A team of 5 people can build a decent game within a month. And that's me from school experience. It took us 3 months to build a decent game.
Oh yeah, I kind of wish John was here because I know he has some perspective on. Sorry, it's a little bit off subject, but it's not off subject. It's the subject we mentioned. 2 things. I just popped in my head that, his job. At his job, working that part-time job, and then also him was relying on government to help out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's like 25 hours now you can work. It used to be 20, I think.
Yeah.
Which isn't that bad, but it's still not it's not that much pay.
Yeah, he kind of wished he could go, more, but
but the more you work, that proves to the government you can work a lot. You can work, so you don't need their assistance.
Yeah.
And then you have to make sure you can get that amount that you got from the government in the job you at.
So I it's in a way he's like in a way I don't want to say shackled.
He's trapped.
But yeah.
Or in between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
Well, job-wise, I'd say it also depends on your management. Because you can get some management that are great, others it can be toxic in a sense where you want to just keep your head down and just get throughout your day. You don't want to deal with them. Like, it's like, don't talk to me, I'm good. I don't even know you right now. It's like, oh thanks, okay, I'm good.
I would say also the employees too.
Yeah, it's the employees too, but also you can see it also as it can somewhat live and die by the people who do the interviews. Because
That too.
they got to be able to, I guess, in a way, suss out talent.
I have a good story. So my friend Junior, right?
Hey, is that the same Junior we know?
No.
No? Okay.
So Junior says, I'm a manager at this company. And I said, I bet you all the other people be slacking off, taking long breaks, hiding in the bathroom. He's like, wait, do you guys work for me? Because that's exactly what they're doing. Like, we're naming stuff, and his employees are actually doing it. I said, yeah, we just know. It's like...
I mean, if it's already chronic and you're just bringing in people, some of them are just following what
the other does
they're already
before,
doing because they're getting away with it. Why can't they?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. It's like, I mean, if you're not in union, it's way easier to get rid of those kind of people.
Yeah.
When you're union, it's like they can do the bare minimum as long as they don't mess up. They're good.
I got another example. HR. Like, I was reading Am I the Jerk? He takes, Reddit posts and, like, people experience for work. And the lady had HR in her pocket. So eventually he left because, things he'll do, HR would tell him to stop doing. Like, don't give her assignment. She can come in wherever she wants, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that.
Yeah.
And after he left, she was fired because she wasn't doing her job. Because you really think about it, if you got like the CEO or like someone high up that HR will have to report to do his job, they realize HR is taking her side, but they can't take her side with the boss.
Yeah.
Because if the boss tell you gotta do your work, you gotta do your work.
And that's the thing. Sometimes it's just either office
It's a
politics.
lot of it's office politics. It's usually HR or management.
Yeah.
And then you got old management. So if old management didn't train the person before you properly, and then the upper management want to blame you, but you was never trained properly.
That's just office politics 101. They'll stab you no matter what.
Yeah.
That's why you should do what's best for you, not for the company, at all times.
Some ways, making your own business, sucks, but it's also great because you don't have to worry about getting stabbed. It's the guys after you that get stabbed.
Well, the last thing I ever want to do is to, screw anybody up. And if I did, it was unintentional.
Yeah, you screwed me over, man.
You're not part of his workforce.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, he is. We all are. Technically. We're interns.
I want royalties.
Interns.
Yeah, I want royalties as soon as we're making money, man.
We're
If
interns.
not, I know where you live. So,
that's a good one. So out all of my friends, only Wizard Eye has actually stepped into my house.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I seen your house.
That's all.
You seen that?
Yeah. What are you talking about, man?
Inside.
You never been inside.
I had to assess the house first, man. I was like, ooh, okay, that's a nice looking house. Ooh.
You know my house is an apartment building, don't you?
Yeah, now I do.
I do. It's because you mentioned it before.
Yeah.
So like the last video we guys shot, it was one scene was in the basement part of my house where I live at.
Oh, really?
Actually, that was his room, too, in the corner.
Yeah, my room was in the corner behind the curtain.
I didn't want to interrupt your privacy. You know what I mean? So
No, I have guests, so I get headaches a lot, so I need somewhere dark to lay down.
Oh.
And when I'm working on the game, the light bothers people. So with that dark room, I'm able to have my computer open, work on the game in private.
Okay.
But yeah, that was like the part of my room and I think my refrigerator area.
When you went to your house then?
I think last week.
Last week.
That's the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before that, nobody went to your house?
Yeah.
No, only my sister visited me one time. That was like 3 years ago. Besides that, that's the only people that came to my house. My sister and was her eye.
I blame Russell. Russell, why you let me go to his house?
Would have been the first one. You knew Russell, I think, first.
Yeah.
For shame.
It was the
Russell.
luck of a draw. I mean,
And you got the
that
week
day
off.
we needed to film, and I was like, you know what, just come over to my place. Like I went food shopping,
Yeah.
And what's there to tell you? Like, I have a lot of stuff.
Boxes, yeah, food boxes.
We've been over that.
No, I mean, like, I had like a box of hot dogs, 100 fruit snacks.
Oh no.
100 fruit snacks.
Yeah, he did. He like have 2 boxes of fruit
Look,
snacks.
if you go to Sam's Club, they do bulk, and well, you can
Yeah,
buy a
I'm
lot
telling
of
you,
stuff.
yo, I buy the Sam's Club
I've
fruit
been there.
snacks,
I get
100 for
packs.
$10.
Yeah.
like
They're pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the next time? Hey, we should go to his house more often.
You got a membership?
I don't need to go to membership. You got
I
all
got
the fruit
membership.
snacks.
Okay.
I think I can hear Tony heart beeping real hard.
Yeah, fruit snacks.
It's not because of a naked woman this time.
Oh no, one was fruit snacks, the other one was Cheez-It
Buns?
snap chips.
I thought it was like the sheaf puff. Oh, no, it was
No,
Cheez-It.
it was Cheez-It snap chips. Yeah,
Oh,
snap
yeah,
chips.
My things are honey buns. I always go through that. I'm like,
Have I told you
Should I
my
buy
favorite
a
friend,
pack?
Pedro?
Yeah, but I was telling you guys want to go to Sam's. I have a membership, so you guys can use my membership. You just gotta bring me with you.
Oh, I bring a lot of
I
things.
got
Oh, hold on.
Huh?
I bring a
I
lot
got
of things
one.
with me.
Yeah.
and him, I don't know what he's gonna buy. Oof.
Bye. Woo,
Shoot.
that costs money. Oh, my brain's already hurting.
Shoot, man,
Maybe
he'll probably buy like 2 boxes of fruit snacks. Is there like 100 for $10?
100 for $10.
Yeah, 100 fruit snacks for
Holy
$10.
crap, that might be
See?
good. Okay. Yeah, and I eat all of them, all to myself. I ain't showing nothing. This is Sharon's Karen, not for me. That ain't my motto. Sharon's Karen, who said that?
You know what I
He
like
must be
about
dumb.
Sam's? When they do give out free samples.
Free samples, oh yeah.
We're good.
I just lately, since the summer, they've been doing the orange juice, and I just don't like the orange juice.
It's an acquired taste.
It's not that. It's freshly squeezed, but it's machine squeezed. So it's like... And then they want like $6 to $10 per bottle. I'm like, no, thank you. You add that extra just for it to be extra. Now, the sushi at Sam is good.
Never had it.
I always buy sushi at Sam.
I've had Wegmans.
I
That was very
either buy
good.
the wontons, the pork bun, or the California roll. Or the seaweed salad.
Yeah, that's
Which is
good.
just
I've had
seaweed.
the seaweed salad before.
Oh yeah, can I bring
Or
a
had
bomb?
one.
Can I bring a bombshell?
Well,
Uh-oh.
Tony never ate sushi.
well
that-
he's not Japanese.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, only Japanese people eat sushi. Chinese people don't even eat sushi.
Well,
Not Chinese though.
well,
I'm just saying, you know,
Yes.
only
Vietnamese
Japanese
people
people eat sushi.
Different.
no, I'm not gonna lie. I was shocked.
Now,
I
if you
was
said
like,
chicken, I'd say what?
Well,
Oh.
just because you thought he was, just because
Yeah,
he's
man.
Asian, all Asians.
You know I'm
eat
trying to
sushi.
break these stereotypes one by one. You think I'm just lying over here? Come on, man, stop playing.
Not really. You're
Not
not
gonna get
breaking
that
the
black
stereotype. All Asians don't eat sushi.
Man, why you gotta say like that, man? I was having my moment. You just ruined my moment.
No,
man,
it's
what?
not a moment.
Oh,
it's
man.
politically correct. Only Japanese people eat sushi.
no, because
That's where it comes from. Japan.
Just like my uncle, man. When I have a moment, somebody has to ruin it.
Well, I always have to ruin someone's day. It's not a good day till I do that.
Can I make a bombshell?
Sure.
I hate eating hard tacos.
Oh, I love hard tacos, but not tacos. I don't like tacos.
Yeah, me either.
By the way, do you say made
like-
up bombshell?
Another
you mean
bombshell.
just a bombshell?
You know what I love? Spaghetti tacos.
Yes, I did.
Never had those.
Really? You just use leftover
Is that-
spaghetti,
Uh-huh.
warm it up, and put in a hard taco shell.
I thought you were gonna be like one of those instant ramen packs, like you softened it up enough.
Nah,
just to, like,
it's a way to give over your leftover spaghetti. You just throw in a taco shell or a soft shell, and you got spaghetti taco.
I was literally thinking using the instant
Ooh,
ramen
you know
as
what?
the shell.
You know what? I would name something, and Tony might know this.
What?
All right, it's brown and an egg. It's usually eat with ramen,
What a fermented egg.
I forgot what it's called.
but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I made that this week, and I have like 3 at the house,
Oh.
Sounds like
and they're nice and
fermented eggs.
brown. And no, they're Asian. When you eat ramen soup, you get a brown egg that's soaked in some type of a marinade for a while, and it's like soft in the middle.
No, I keep thinking like for some reason like fermented eggs.
It's not fermented, but it's marinated.
Yeah, I guess the fermented are blacker, like most
Yeah,
like
they're
garlic.
black. They're like they call them like the 1,000-year
Yeah.
egg, but the marinated one is like in soy sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So it's like it's just to get to what people call the umami flavor, like a little salty and
I've had it. I just for some reason I kept thinking of it like that.
No, they're different. The 1,000 egg is actually really dark and really nasty.
We see Tony's real hair. Oh no.
What are you talking about?
He got rid of the hat.
Well, in the last
He couldn't last. Is an unknown.
Oh crap!
Didn't the last
Actually,
episode
it's so hot in here, I can't blame him.
Yeah, I can't really.
Oh, I was. All right, back on.
This just reminds me of work. That's all.
You know, I went to the eye doctor last week.
Clinically blind now?
Huh?
I don't
No,
know.
okay, so here, all right. So one doctor tells me, my skin doctor tells me I have velvety skin.
Oh,
right.
okay.
My eye doctor says I have hardly any oils in my eye. So basically, I'm a dry cake.
I don't get it.
Velvety skin, velvety is like, a red velvet cake.
Yeah.
No oil in the eye, I'm a dry cake.
Me and Tony look confused.
Velvety skin is like, the dark spots you see around my
Oh.
neck. I have, dark skin in certain areas. It doesn't matter. It's not dirt, it's just my skin. And they call it velvety skin. I don't know why, but when I think of velvety, I think of red velvet. Then when you mention, my oil, I have no oil in my eyes, partly. That means I was like, oh, so basically I'm a dry cake. Because I'm already velvety. I lost the oil.
Oh yeah. What? Or is there gonna be a special if we have 100 subscribers?
I thought it was 120
What?
or something, like 120 or something.
100.
100 is on something. Top 100.
Well, technically it was 124.
Oh, I thought
What's
it was
so special about-
122.
No,
I think
because
we should have a special when we get 100. We we tell people how many more we have to go. Keep sharing.
Yeah, let's
We're
get to
almost
The
there.
reason why they want to do it that is because it's essentially an add-on of 64.
well,
Okay.
It's 100.
24.
Actually, no.
164, you mean?
No, 128. There you go.
Yeah, 128.
Yeah.
We both were wrong.
Oh, you want to add 64? Oh, okay.
But not really, because I got way so stressful when I wanted to hit 64, and
You just have to relax. It'll happen.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I don't want to worry about.
You want
the
to treat us
number.
that to dinner, right? When we get to 100?
I was going
Look,
to.
just
What?
Look, at 1,000 special, just do that.
All right, well, order everything on the menu. You said you're going to, so I'm going to take that word on it.
I mean, I am the one running the channel, so
Tony's
Yeah.
a very inexpensive.
Well, technically,
He's
I'm the
very
one who
high
came up with
maintenance.
the idea, actually.
yeah. Technically, you did.
Yeah, I was
Came
the
up-
founder, technically.
Yeah, he's
no.
the founder.
Hey.
Well,
Well,
experience
we all
after
know
losing
what
the
happened to
channel.
the founder from McDonald's. So I mean,
Oh,
He
yeah,
got
that's
bought
true.
out. Or
What?
something.
He got what?
Bought out.
he got bought out and died penniless.
And
Well-
plus, let's not.
Russell will give you that chair for sure.
And
Yeah,
plus,
Russell
let's.
will give you
And
the
you know
chair.
what's funny? That the guy that did that is also his wife founded the Salvation Army Croc Center.
You know what? But
going.
that's a good example of reading stuff in paper. A good contract. That he want to make sure things are in that writing that protects him. Like the founder, the founder bought the McDonald's franchise, but they wanted to keep their original restaurant. What they did not specify that no other McDonald's can be in a certain amount of feet from them. So just a block or two down the road, they set up a new McDonald's and then put them out of business.
But also, it seems like many people don't realize this. And as I learned in business, recording is just as important as writing, because it's funny. I remember, Richard Mileski screw somebody over, and it was recorded on phone. I think, was it?
Yeah. In case those that know, who doesn't know that guy, he's the YouTuber from Review Tech USA.
Yeah, and by the way, if it's recorded on phone, it's a contract. Anything that cannot be disproven is a contract.
Yeah,
so you get kind of fish with that.
How come?
Okay, so state laws to vary 1 cent or 2 cent. What you call it? Consent. So let's say we're all having this
You have
conversation.
to consent. Both of us have to consent to the recording.
Yes. So depend on your state law, because let's say if it's just me and Edis, we're in a 1 cent place. As long as I know we're being recorded, I can record. If it's 2 cent, I have to tell Edis
That he's recording.
we recording. It's okay. We record this conversation.
Yeah, I know Florida is one of them. Like, you can't make a contract without the consent in the phone.
Yeah,
You know?
and depends on where he lived. That even though it's a contract, if it's only if it's a 2 cent, 2 cent, recording state, that contract is non void because he never agreed to be recorded.
Yeah, no. What my brother was trying to say is that, if it's one can allow to record, and consent to, they should do it so that way, nobody can screw it over. But no. There was a phone call. Was it a phone call? I don't remember, but they made a deal and he backed out because something about the computer he sent wasn't like functioning or something. I don't remember the full story. But he told Big Cheese, I'm not giving you the $200, because the deal was off. But technically, he did fulfill his end of the deal. Technically. You know what I mean?
I mean, it depends. Like, if there's paperwork saying, hey, I'll send this computer, you pay me $200, then yeah, that's a contract. But, I mean, the way your brother said it was a phone, contract, that's different.
Yeah. But, yeah. And going back to the beginning of this video, so what is the meaning of life?
To me, the meaning of life is to have children, raise them, and make them have children. So that way, your genes can continue on. That, to me, is the meaning of life.
You, Pedro? I mean, Big Dog, okay?
The meaning of life is to rob as many people as you can and not die poor. I'm joking, of course, because Tony look at me saying that.
What are you talking about, man? We didn't do that last night.
No, but the meaning of life is to figure that out yourself. I mean, as you are born, it is a journey down. Wow, that reminded me of a song just now. It's a journey. So you have to figure that out for yourself. Who you want to be. What do you want to do? What path do you want to take?
Mm-hmm.
And if the video that I found on the professor talk about his meaning of life, that could help you a bit because it actually is a really good video.
Yeah.
It helped me. So, I mean, how about you, Tony?
Well, I'm trying to find meaning in life on my phone because it's about to die soon.
We all know that.
But on a serious, I mean, it's just all about perspective. I mean,
What do you think? Wait. So, what do you think of people that say the meaning of life is to worship God and follow His set of rules?
that's very subjective. I mean, good for them. They think so, but I don't think God's for everybody, honestly. But for me, do what makes you happy, make a living off it, or just follow your own beliefs. And because I feel like most people, there are nice people, it's just that different ideals just separates people.
Yeah, there's clashes and
Clashes in terms of religion, like ideologies, politics, and all that.
I always say that because everyone have their own different set of philosophy. I always say no philosophy is the wrong philosophy unless, of course, it hurt others. You know
That's
what
what I feel too. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So pretty much, meaning of life for me is very subjective. There's no really right way to live. I really believe that. Damn.
It's just essentially finding, I'd say, what makes you feel like you've accomplished what you feel that the meaning is. Because for some people, it could just be the most minimal things. It could be just family. Other people, it's just feeling like they need to get out of where they're at just to be better, to better their life.
I see. Okay, can I just say this? My meaning of life?
Sure.
It's whatever to seek happiness. Or should I say,
The pursuit of happiness.
this makes me happy.
Oh gosh, don't drop that.
Yeah, actually, look at that. That's a nice painting right
It is a
there.
nice painting, but
I don't know
don't
where it's
drop
from.
it. Why are you?
He just want to show off.
Yeah, that pretty much looks like it. Yep, under the same sky.
Is that your waifu?
Oh jeez, his wife who's up above us.
Oh
He's
man,
the only person who stands above him.
he just exposed himself. You see this, man? You see this?
Let's save that for another day.
Alrighty, guys.
And we're in the recording too. Oh man,
Let's keep this PG-13, Tony.
that was PG. I didn't say nothing sexual.
He didn't
You were
say
about
Now
to. I
you
can
just
see
said.
it.
Oh my god, I didn't even curse or anything.
He was pretty
Okay,
tame.
so
Yeah, I was because
that's what we
My
all
phone did
believe
not
is
consent,
the
though.
meaning of life.
No, but seriously, it's to get stuff, and I'm very happy. And in case of anyone wonder, it's Hakusai from Fate Grand Order.
Oh yeah, because they're watching the podcast, not just listening. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a whole video of us talking. That makes so much sense.
You know what? I would really like to do that. Us, just talking for an hour, just watching us.
If you're wondering, this is a door that says Super Nintendo World. Oh yeah, because we definitely can see everything that's
because you know what? That'd be kind of interesting for a podcast. We get like a special event. Our podcast, us actually live or something, and we're just moving around. Tony's messing up all the time.
Oh,
Can you imagine they're sitting there watching as Tony's trying to charge his phone?
My phone died yet?
It did.
1%. 1%.
Just died on you right there.
Just like the lick bar holding.
Be careful, because they can hear that you tapping on the table. You're next to the mic.
It's not what you think, guys.
Yeah, he's beating his phone for more power.
I didn't say nothing.
He's trying to cook.
I didn't imply anything.
CPR on his phone.
I was CPR licensed at one point. Not anymore.
For
a good reason, I think.
Actually, I was also certified for twice CPR.
If I drown, please let me die.
But not anymore.
Okay, good.
No, I give you my CPR. My CPR is really fun.
Oh,
Addis, remember my CPR, don't you, Addis?
Oh man.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I
lay you down.
No.
I take my foot and go. Bam, bam, bam.
I take that better than the smooching.
It's called stump CPR. If you don't wake up after that, you ain't waking up.
Do you still make up with cars?
What?
Do you still kiss cars?
No, I don't think I kiss cars anymore.
That was a mental not problem, but a mental. They call that something. There's people that actually do love their cars a lot. They be kissing them, trying to marry them.
Damn, there was a famous actor who did that. Well, she's got a thing for cars.
I don't want to know.
Oh, you've seen her before. She's in Iron Man 2.
Don't forget Jane Leno. He got a lot of things for cars. I think he got burned by one of his cars.
To be fair, it was one of the old steam-powered ones.
Hey, I guess she wasn't having a good day. I
wasn't
hate to
having a
joke
good day
that way,
either.
but I mean, if you really think about cars that, your loved ones, sometimes they're not having a good day, so they'll let you know when they're not happy.
Oh, Eddie, what's your definition of meaning in life?
You've already said it.
We already went over everyone.
Oh, we did?
You talking about me? You didn't even listen.
He's not paying attention.
Yeah. No, and
He's
then
trying to change this conversation.
And then I went on showing my newspaper ad that I.
Oh, now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a newspaper ad. People I know you guys said poster, but it was a newspaper ad.
Oh yeah, because we can definitely see the newspaper ad from the viewers. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so no, I don't really play the mobile game Fate Go, but I mean I just like the characters. I mean I'm somewhat of a fan of the Fate series.
Actually, I might try to get that hairstyle.
For you?
Yeah.
I was telling your brother of a new anime I was watching. It was pretty funny.
Which one?
Summoned to another world a second time.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's new. It's on like episode 2.
That's why.
But it's basically he was summoned to a world like 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. Defeated the demon lord, died or something, got reincarnated into another world. He's like 15 now.
Again.
And then they summon him back, and it's only been 5 years since he died. Since he left the first time.
Oh, jeez. Just when I thought I was out.
No, the worst part is, just when he was out, having a good life, they summon him back in with like 10 other people.
Oh.
So how they have he's had 10 of his classmates with him.
Again.
And he's trying to hide that he was there 5 years ago.
He's like, I know everything. He's like, you know.
Yeah, I know everything. I was here 5 years ago.
So he's trying to play it cool, like everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" He's like,
Yeah, he's standing
wow,
there quiet, and then there's like a little statue of what he did, like in a corner somewhere, and he's like trying to
play it off. Like,
play it off.
Wow, he looks so familiar.
No, it's not a statue. It's just like written words of what he did. Yeah. So if you're like that type of person, why did I get a statue? Because I would be like that. I would came out like, where's my statue? Yeah. I had the award 5 years ago. You guys couldn't make me a statue? You was that lazy?
The only one that came to mind when you were trying to say that was that the one where it's my uncle was in another world or something.
Oh yeah, that's on Netflix.
Yeah, that was the one that for some reason came to mind.
You know what? I think I like the Godless World.
Godless world.
Yeah, so basically his father ran a cult or like a church or something, and basically he wished to be in a world where there's no religion. Then the God from his father's church or the God his father worshiped came and say, "You finally called me." And when she went to look
atheist.
at no,
essentially make a world
no,
of
when she went to go look at her followers, she had 0 followers, so she had no power.
Oh, wow.
So he needs now to get her followers so he could be out of trouble.
Oh, jeez.
So he has to restart a religion where there's no such thing as religion in this world.
So it's an atheist god?
No, okay, so it's a regular God,
Yeah.
but she followed you into the world where there's no religion.
Other gods. Okay.
No, there's no religion in this world you have to be in.
Yeah.
But she followed you because you were one of her, followers.
Okay.
But now she's in this world and you want her help, but she has no power because there's no followers.
So the guy who didn't want religions now have to
No,
make
he's not a
religion.
guy. He's a regular,
No, the
person.
guy who wanted to get rid of religion.
Yeah, now has to
make
a religion so he can save his butt.
Oh, Jesus.
It's hilarious.
Sound like he was trying to be an atheist but never got to be one.
Oh, no. If you really saw why he didn't want the religion, trust me, he had a really bad life with it. So it was like, they literally threw him in a barrel and then threw him in the bottom of the water and said, "We'll see you in 3 days."
Oh, jeez. If you survive, you were worthy for this.
No, it's like trusting God and you will survive. That was their whole point.
That was their baptism? Oh. Ooh.
I don't know, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm sorry. That religion I will not be joining. And then he's all skinny. Everyone is all muscular. Like, I was like, so how is he skinny, but everyone else look like, they're bodybuilders?
Like, the God has to be different somehow, right?
No, they weren't God. There was other members of the church, all bodybuilders.
Oh, jeez.
But he's the only skinny one.
That just reminds me of this one I'm reading. It's like on Webtoons. It's what is it, the great I don't remember the name. It's something with like the guy's essentially trying to have essentially do just a bum. He's trying to be a bum.
Yeah.
Like,
But
No.
But the estate he's got is in debt, so he's essentially got to try to build
don't
it
worry,
up.
I'm a bum too.
Oh, you know what?
What is it? The greatest estate developer?
No, I was thinking of another one. There's an anime called, I forget what it's called. But he's trying to sell off his kingdom, but his kingdom is very
Poor.
So, as he's trying to wrap up his kingdom, someone to buy it, he has nothing but success of taking over a mine. Then he finds out the mine has no gold.
That doesn't make sense.
It's just one poor problem.
No, he took over a mine that belonged to the kingdom, and he didn't know it had no gold. Then he fought. He was fighting to keep the mine for so long that eventually they'll buy the mine back from him. But the kingdom that he took the mine from ended up going under.
Oh.
Then he finds out, we found a little bit of gold. And then it's like, then he's like, other people from his kingdom want him dead.
Oh, Jesus.
So they're planning on revolt while he's visiting another kingdom that's chasing for murdering people.
Oh, Jesus.
It's just bad.
Look, my guy was just like a former hooligan who got trying to get his life straightened
Nah,
out.
it was a prince that was trying to sell his kingdom because he didn't want to deal with all the hassle, but it was hard work.
And in the series, all the orcs are like bodybuilders. It's just like, we represent
You know
our
what? You mentioned
muscles.
orcs. I'm thinking, have you guys watched the Reincarnation Slime movie?
No.
Oh, I've seen the show, not the movie.
They made a movie. I didn't know they made a movie.
That's probably for the ending, like what they're gonna do for the Overlord series.
I don't know. It was like I think this year or so. The movie.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it was like it was this year. So I think I was like sometime this year. I watched it. It was like
Yeah, I just don't like it because they like somewhat Superman syndrome that
which one? The movie?
just slime and series in general.
Yeah, they did. I hate to say it, but I mean, what do you expect with the starting ability he's had? I mean, there's
Yeah,
no.
and
He was
then
already
he essentially
overpowered.
got carried by a dragon for most of it, and then afterwards it's like, oh yeah, it don't matter no more.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, no. I think it was. It was. You have to remember, you get power by
the name. that
by
they're
naming.
given. Yeah,
So,
but it also depends
the
on who
dragon was
named him.
already powerful. So when the dragon named him, he got powerful.
Damn, it's like EA gave him a starter pack.
Yeah, he got a starter pack. Because remember, when he died, he asked for certain things. So, to eat anything, to not feel hot or cold.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that came true, but then it's like, oh, look at this dragon.
Hey, Tony, you gotta go use the restroom?
No. My phone's about to die any minute, so.
Well, stop looking at the game.
Wait, I ain't look. I'm just looking at the battery now.
Keep doing that, baby.
Oh, jeez.
0%. It's hovering at 0%.
It's been 1% for the last 20 minutes.
Don't press
So,
the
Well,
button.
stop turning on the light.
I got an important question. So, what happened to rule number 2? Don't disrespect people. We've been disrespecting Tony Uncle all this time.
Wait, you did? I didn't even know it was that.
Well, if it's Tony doing it to his uncles, is that us or him?
Well, I laughed.
Well, actually, if you think about it, Tony's doing the disrespecting to his own family member, which he does most of the time. Isn't that just normal?
For him?
Or
Well, for
what do
me
you
it
call
is.
disrespectful? I mean, if Tony does this, his uncle all the time, then isn't that kind of normal for us? So how is it disrespectful?
Now, if it was you, Mr. Wizard, to hire, Russell or me or Mr.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with okay. If Mr. Okay does it, yeah, it's not okay. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a confusing topic if you really think about it.
Oh, by the way, bro, why is the exception is always the holy trinity of streamers?
Because they're not good people.
I got you.
Yeah, but you guys know more people than I do. I mean, I'm just a
Yeah.
simple gamer, cook, and heist planner.
Can you go to NBA on your phone?
I'll think about it.
All right.
why-
Wait, so how long is the podcast so far?
2 hours.
About 2 hours.
I don't
Well-
think so.
Is it?
Is it? Hour 13 minutes.
All right. Hey,
We
for
already
the
did the closing. Sorry, just letting you know.
hey, for the viewers that are watching this, if you have any question about the show or its characters, or if you want to communicate with us, you can email at vrpressascending@yahoo.com. Also, we got a Twitter account, and you could use the Twitter handle at vrpressascending. And with that, thanks for watching, and see ya again.
Bye!
Okay, bye.
Take it easy, guys.